Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning to everybody. I want to make a quick vlog on this particular topic. I'm inviting everybody to subscribe to my channel. I want to make a quick vlog to this topic. Just a quick touch on it because what the males are demanding of women is proving that the males are deficient. I'm not a feminist. For you or anyone to call me a feminist is an insult to me. I am involved. I am deeply involved. I am deeply committed to logic. Sometimes when I speak to men of law, then I realize how dumb I am. And it happened to me. It happened to me some years ago. I was speaking to a few cops, and then I was speaking to a few lawyers, and then I spoke to a couple of judges, and then I realized how dumb I was. Not with anything else, but with logic. I realized I was not applying logic. And then I looked around me. And then when I looked around me, I saw a whole bunch of African Americans who were not applying logic. And I said to myself, let me look on the left of me. And when I looked on the left of me, I saw a whole bunch of Haitians who are living in logic. And then when I looked in front of me, I saw all these Haitians becoming just like the African Americans who were not using logic because they had been summoned to join the school of no logic. So because they've been summoned and because the rest of the world have been summoned to join the school of no logic, I must speak. I'm inviting you to follow my podcast, listen to my podcast. It's called Black Men Tonic. This is my hour. I usually get up around 4, 3 o'clock in the morning. So this is my hour. I like this hour. What the males are demanding of women is no longer fair. Like when you Google that, it's like what comes up is hilariously not even related to us. The males are making women into what they think, into what they want. The males, they make songs about what they want women to do, what they want women to be. The males are changing women. They are changing women. It's so sad because what the males are demanding for the most part is not even normal. What they are demanding for the most part is not even normal. We are living in a lustful society. The society we live in is just full of lust. And people think they can turn lust into normal human interaction. You think just because you and your people are into lust, that all of us should be lustful just like you. And that is the sad part. C'est affreux. So I must speak so to make some things clear, because I have been to places where humans are not acting as lustful as you. And I've seen it and I've lived it. So I know the difference between humans who are just reckless and lustful and, humans who are just wanting to make life happen. The reality is what women think men want, that's bullshit. You don't have to think about it. Have you ever seen that girl come on Maury and she brings Maury all the evidence? Why didn't you just make up your own mind? We have an issue with women who do not know how to make up their minds any longer because they are deeply buried in confusion. They do not know how to make up their minds. That's something we, the women, we can deal with that. We do not need the men to intervene with that. We can deal with that on our own. But when the males intervene, they bring destruction. They bring so much destruction to the women kingdom. They are destroying the kingdom. First of all, a man will drag you into disfiguring yourself just so he can compete with you and tell you he's a woman. Okay, imagine you hanging out with two males. You're hanging out with two males. Your hair is nappy. Your skin is black. And your clothes are just basic, normal, usual. You're hanging out with these two males. These two males, they will invite you to become a little bit just like them. Because they wear eyelashes, they wear fake hair, they wear fake boobs, they wear fake ass, they will invite you to do what they do. The moment you do what they do, you become just like them, then they can say, well, I'm a better woman than you. I look better than you because you're doing what they're doing. You have accepted the invitation to step into madness. So when these males talk funny to you, when these males get reckless in the mouth, what is your recluse? You can't come to me and ask me for help. You can't come and ask me for help. It's the case of a girl that was walking down the road and the girl sees a snake and the snake is like, girl, take me home, girl. I'm a homeless girl. Take me home. And the girl take the snake home and she liked the snake and she pet the snake and she turned it so fat. One day, snake eats her. It's the case of the shepherd who had a flock of sheep and the sheep, they were so dirty. And the shepherd began to clean the sheep. He began to bleach the sheep. He whitened the sheep. He cleaned and whitened. And then the sheep, one day, they turned around and said, bah. Whatever sheep talk like. And they say, I'm whiter than you. So what is a shepherd to do when the flock turns around and says, I'm whiter than you? The shepherd spent all his time whitening the sheep. And he was looking so dirty. And the sheep turn around and say, bah, whatever sheep say, I don't know. You might not know. You're so not in touch with everybody else on this universe, so you might not know what sheep do or say. You're so not in touch with other life forms. So when you have these useless males come and tell you, they give you an invitation, they invite you to madness, come on and put some fake ass on. You're getting on their level. So what the males are demanding of the women, the males are turning the women population out. And when the males take responsibility on any platform, on any volume, on any level, then we can begin to heal. The males can heal. Because when the males heal, then the women will get into formation. You know what I mean? So, it's just that simple. I just wanted to share a little quick. I'm going to upload this to my podcast, Black Men Tonic. Black Men Tonic is for the healing of black males. It's for the healing. I just need the males to stop demanding of women such lustful, exaggerated demands, The males are turning the women out. A lot of times it is for the women to get on their level, so they can turn around and compete with you on their level. So if you allow a man to turn you out and then he turns around and tell you he looks better than you have the same ratchet hair he does, you have the same broom. Like when I was little, we used to have this broom made of peat. Peat is a tree. Some trees do not produce fruits. They produce things we can use, like things we can cover homes with, things we can braid into ropes, things we can turn into brooms, things we can turn into body scrubbers. Like when I was little, around my house, we had these trees. They were called torchon. And then later, when I'm living in the USA, I go to Bath and Body Works, and the most expensive bath packages, they have torchon in them. But when I was little, we used to go to that tree and we would break the torsion, and it would be like this sponge that you would scrub your body with. And now I see them at Bath and Body Works and other spas, and they are like top of the line expensive scrubbers, and they used to grow right in the back of my house. When I was little, if you came from school and you ripped your page and you ripped your paper, I would go in the back of my house and there were a bunch of candelabras, bushes. That's how, the house was barred with candelabra. You know how people in the USA, they use these perennials to outline the house when you're doing landscaping. Well, our house, we had candelabras doing that. So if you came from school and your homework was ripped, you would go to the candelabra, you would break it, and there was this white milk that was glue. That glue came out of candelabra, and we would use that glue to put all homeworks back together, everything else back together. So not all trees produce fruits. Just a segue, side comment. So not all humans produce fruits that we can use, or not all women's bear fruitful utilities. Like, the men are gonna have to check themselves, and this is what this podcast is about. It's about any male who's willing. You have to be willing to step out of your ego. You have to be willing to be honest. And that's where the healing begins. If you're stuck in the same old things you've been doing, expecting different outcomes, then you're just another crazy American. You see, I'd rather be with the Americans who are with logic, and I'm inviting the rest of people like me to follow my podcast, Black Men Tonic. Hey, good morning to everybody.